Hello, my friends, and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, August 21st, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi. Hello. And our energy mantra for today is, I remember my original vibration is love. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody who wished Joe a happy birthday. We had a great celebration with our friends and neighbors. And it's late, so I'm like, I'll do a write-up. But then I was looking at the astro, and I was like, this is potent astro. So here I am, off camera, but showing up. So what is this potent astro? Well, we have our yachtiness happening with the sun as that focus point, with the big pink, it's always pink in my head, neon finger pointing to it, reminding us that this is important. And so as we finish up Sun in Leo, this is our last full day of Sun in Leo, it's reminding us through all the mischief and mayhem and chaos and everything else to remember the love, to be courageous in love, to move courageously with love, and let love help guide you forward. And it's interesting because, again, just like all of these other things that have been yachting lately, it has the Neptune piece feeding in, and it has the Pluto part feeding in. And those energies can be really, really potent. It can bring up fear. It can bring up a lot of karma. It can bring past life situations. And yet we're called to be courageous and loving. So that's one of those big things today, as the Sun and Neptune are in conjunct. Now, Neptune can make things confusing. It's in Pisces. It can make things feel bigger and more dramatic. I also feel like there are some loving completions that can happen in this energy. So just be aware of that. As Neptune is finishing up in Pisces, it really does want to wrap up a lot of these karmic stories that have been playing for lifetimes and millennia. So there could be some big completions, some big endings in this energy. We also have, we have some interesting things going on. We have the Moon and Mars having a little square off, so we may feel a little temper tantrumy. And again, to bring it back to the love, can you offer yourself love in the place of the temper tantrum? You know, and just be like, wow, you're really feeling this, huh? This feels like a lot. It's okay that it feels a lot. And instead of like shaming yourself or just staying in that anger, seeing if you can offer yourself love to that place. Moon and Neptune will reach a conjunction. Again, it's kind of going to just be like a foggy, interesting day. Probably a great day to dig into some meditation works. Moon will move into Aries around 4 p.m. Pacific time and connect with Pluto, and that's how we kind of end up the day. But it's preparing us for the Sun connecting to Pluto incoming on Thursday as the Sun moves into Virgo. I can't believe here we are at Virgo. So, you know, be aware. Be aware of these energies coming up. We also have Venus and Mars building into a square, and so, you know, the squares, you know, it feels like that. It's like, we just don't know how to work together. It's my way or the highway. So watch for that. I love the cards. I feel like multiples of the cards are like, be here now. We have the be here now card, and then we have the Magician card, or the existence card. Take some time, meditate, check in with yourself. I love this card. This card has many meanings to me. One of my favorites is until further notice, celebrate everything. It's also hard times require furious dancing, or you should be dancing. And it's also I get by with a little help from my friends. And any and all of these things can work, especially as we're winding up Leo season. But see where you can find the joy. See where you can find the celebration. I think that's part of our mastery. And even though this card is not the master card, it's the innocence card. It is the sun card. It is the Leo card. So even though it is not a master card, it looks like a master to me, right? A master and his student. But which is which? Which is the master and which is the student? I don't really know. And I don't think any of us really know. And I think all of us get to play both parts. And I think that's part of the joy of being. So see if you can celebrate. I am tired. It's been a long day. But celebrate being the master and the student. And the final card that we have is creativity. It's the Empress. It's a call to that inner mother to show up for us, especially if we're going through some endings, completions, release, any of that, as we wrap up Leo season and head into eclipse season and into Virgo season. Whew. So nurture yourself and be creative. Find your personal creative voice. I was like, what's the word? Your creative palette. Whether it's paint, it's writing, it's speaking, it's dancing, it's cooking. See if you can be in that creative energy, because that's part of the Leo energy that we want to bring with us into Virgo. So that's it for today. I am going to put myself to bed early. It was a long day, like I said. Good day, a long day. Book a reading. Eclipse readings available. Reach out to me for that. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.